Welcome back to the Gorgeous World YouTube channel. Today, we are counting down the top 15 new series of 2025 you absolutely can't miss, from thrilling dramas to addictive romances and epic mysteries. Whether you're into heart-pounding plots, unforgettable characters, or binge-worthy storytelling, this list has something for every fan. So grab your snacks, hit subscribe, and let's dive into the hottest shows that define 2025. Number 1. Jansus. Jansus is a psychological Turkish drama about Deniz, an ambitious finance expert who prioritizes success and status and is in a strategic relationship with his boss's daughter, Nilüfer, while secretly loving a woman named Vicdan. After a tragic car accident, Vicdan disappears completely, and no one except Deniz remembers that she ever existed. There are no records, witnesses, or traces of her life. As Deniz struggles to prove that Vicdan was real, he begins to question his own sanity, memories, and moral choices, risking his career and relationships in the process. The series explores themes of love, conscience, ambition, and the thin line between reality and illusion, asking whether something can be real if it survives only in one person's memory. Number 2. Sevdam Sensen. You Are the One I Love. Sevdam Sensen is a Turkish drama about a forbidden romance between Dicle, a simple village girl, and Erkan, an Istanbul soldier serving in her rural town. Their love challenges deep-seated traditions and strict societal expectations, as class differences and disapproving villagers make their relationship scandalous. Complications arise from family secrets and arranged marriages, forcing the couple to navigate obstacles that test their commitment. Set against the picturesque and traditional landscapes of regions like Cappadocia or Aru, the series explores themes of love, courage, sacrifice, and the struggle to follow one's heart despite societal pressure. Number 3. Saken Jalu, A Mother's Oath. The narrative begins by peeling back the layers of Suraya's privileged life, revealing that her existence was built on a lie. When her son, Jan, is brutally killed, she discovers that her husband's legitimate shipping empire is actually a facade for a massive drug and arms trafficking ring, run in collaboration with a ruthless criminal named Faisal. The tragedy is compounded by the realization that her husband is not merely a bystander but an active participant who prioritized his illegal dealings over his son's safety, effectively making him the architect of his own child's demise. This betrayal serves as the catalyst for Soorayah's metamorphosis. She rejects the role of the grieving widow and instead orchestrates a hostile takeover of the family conglomerate, forcing her husband out and seizing the resources he once used to transport contraband. With control of the company, Suraya creates a unique and formidable private army. Rather than hiring standard mercenaries, she recruits a sisterhood of women who have been victimized by the very criminal underworld she is fighting, mothers who lost children to drugs, wives silenced by violence, and survivors of trafficking. By weaponizing the company's logistics network, she wages a shadow war against the cartels, disrupting supply chains and sabotaging operations from the inside. Her mission is strictly personal until she corners Jalen, the rival crime figure she believes physically pulled the trigger on her son. This confrontation marks the turning point of the story, shifting the genre from a revenge thriller to a complex romantic drama. The climax of her emotional arc occurs when she discovers that Jalen is not the villain she imagined. In a shocking twist, evidence reveals he was present at the scene not to kill Jan, but in a failed attempt to save him from the crossfire. This revelation shatters Suraya's resolve to kill him and replaces her hatred with a profound, shared grief. As they join forces to take down the true antagonists, her ex-husband and Faisal, their relationship evolves into a passionate, forbidden romance fueled by danger and mutual redemption. Ultimately, Suraya stands as a symbol of maternal fury, dismantling a patriarchal criminal empire not just for revenge, but to ensure no other mother has to endure her pain. Number 4. Abi Big Brother. Doğan Hanjuholu is a highly respected surgeon who left his wealthy family behind years ago. A painful past and deep resentment forced him to build a new life in another city. He believes strongly in his oath to heal and protect human life. His guiding rule is clear. His hands are meant to save lives, never take them. Doğan has an older brother named Sinan. He also has 2 younger sisters, Melek and Gulshan. Despite unresolved grudges, he returns to Istanbul for his sister's wedding. This return brings back memories he tried hard to forget. The family home reminds him of the life he once rejected. During his visit, he meets Chala, a smart and determined young lawyer. Chala is applying for a position at the family's powerful company. Her intelligence and confidence leave a strong impression on Doan. The wedding night begins with joy and celebration. Suddenly, a series of shocking events changes everything. The night marks a turning point in Doan's life. His peaceful world starts to crumble. Once again, he faces the moral conflict he escaped years ago. His conscience is pushed to its limits. Doan must question his beliefs and responsibilities. He is forced to choose between loyalty to his family and his professional principles. Number 5. Askamakam. Dunya dreams of becoming a kindergarten teacher. But her world shatters when a tragic accident strikes the construction site where her father works. In the aftermath, she falls into the grasp of Nohayan Arim, a powerful and merciless businessman who forces her into his mansion. Cut off from her family, Dunya faces a life filled with fear, secrets, and manipulation. Inside the mansion's cold walls, she becomes a prisoner of Neon's control, surrounded by betrayal, obsession, and dangerous alliances. Yet, even in darkness, a spark of hope appears in Sinan, Neon's loyal right-hand man, who risks his position and life to protect her. As Sinan and Dunya's bond deepens, love blossoms amidst despair. But every secret they uncover draws them deeper into danger. Haunted by the past and trapped in a web of lies, they must decide whether love can truly set them free or destroy them both. Number 6. Arafa, bound by fate. Arafa unfolds across the breathtaking landscapes of Turkey, telling a story where love and revenge collide. The series starts with Atesh, who returns after years, carrying deep childhood wounds and a burning desire to destroy the family that ruined him. Instead of violence, he chooses a colder weapon, marriage, to take his revenge. He forces a 187-day union with Merjan, the innocent daughter of his enemy. Merjan, who was meant to marry Nazir, is thrown into a life she never wanted. She becomes trapped between Atesh's hatred and her own shattered dreams. But the woman Atesh aims to punish slowly becomes the one who softens his heart and heart. Atesh begins to question his revenge as unexpected feelings grow. In the background, Asal watches with jealousy and bitterness. She uses every opportunity to break the bond forming between Atesh and Merjan. Secrets, emotions, and past betrayals rise to the surface. In this struggle between love's healing and revenge's destruction, fate decides who will burn and who will survive. Number 7. Alia, Scars of the Soul. Alia tells the tragic yet gripping story of a young woman whose life is shattered by a cruel twist of fate. Born from the secret affair of ruthless businessman Baki and ambitious Emil, Alia grows up in a small village, completely unaware of her true parentage. Her world collapses when her wealthy biological father needs a donor to save his dying daughter, and Alia's kidney is stolen during a violent kidnapping. Traumatized and betrayed, Alia sets out for Istanbul in search of answers, determined to uncover who orchestrated the crime against her. Along the way, she discovers that even her great love, Kenan, may be hiding painful secrets. As she digs deeper, she becomes entangled in a web of lies, power games, and long-buried family secrets. The ruthless Baki controls not only his household but also the fates of those around him, dictating relationships and destinies. Alia's quest for truth turns into a battle for justice, survival, and love, as betrayals unfold and loyalties are tested, blending themes of revenge, betrayal, and forbidden love. The series follows Alia's transformation from an innocent village girl into a courageous woman confronting the forces that tried to destroy her. Number 8. Aydin, a hardworking hairdresser from a modest Istanbul neighborhood, suddenly becomes the owner of a luxurious beauty center. Her life turns upside down when she meets her new boss, Emir, a wealthy, mysterious businessman no one truly knows. Trying to adjust to Emir's elite world is already difficult, but things get even more chaotic because of her unwilling business partner, Cheatham, a wild-hearted girl raised in an orphanage. Cheatham's free spirit constantly clashes with the discipline the new beauty center demands. Meanwhile, Commissioner Efe, who is secretly investigating Emir, crosses paths with both Aydin and Cheatham. His investigation slowly pulls them all into a web of secrets. Between the drama at work and the mysteries surrounding Emir, Aydin seeks comfort in her loyal best friend Fiko, the warm, witty manicurist. But just as she begins to adjust to her new life, her ex-husband Tarek, a gifted yet jealous hairdresser, reappears. Unable to accept Aydin's rise to a luxurious world he never gave her, Tarık causes a new problem almost every day. As tensions rise, Aydin must balance her chaotic personal life, a complicated business partnership, and the mysteries surrounding the powerful man who now controls her fate. Each step pulls her deeper into a world she never imagined, full of secrets, rivalry, danger, and unexpected alliances. Number 9. Sins and Roses. As a young boy, Serhat watched his world collapse. His father's death and the loss of their family fortune left him with nothing but pain and determination. Years later, he rises from the ashes, building a vast business empire grounded in loyalty, honesty, and hard work. Yet beneath his success lies a man scarred by the past, fearful of betrayal and loss. His carefully built life begins to crumble when his beloved wife, Barak, hides a devastating secret that shatters his trust. Before he can confront her, fate strikes again. Barak falls into a deep coma, leaving behind unanswered questions and haunting guilt. As Serhat searches for the truth behind her secret, his heart grows cold, consumed by anger and confusion. That's when he crosses paths with Zeynep, a free-spirited florist with a mysterious connection to his past. Unlike anyone he's ever met, Zeynep challenges his pain with warmth, compassion, and a relentless pursuit of truth. Drawn together by fate and shared wounds, Serhat and Zeynep embark on a journey that blurs the lines between love and redemption. Every step they take uncovers hidden truths, testing their faith in each other and the meaning of forgiveness. In the ruins of betrayal and heartbreak, Serhat must decide whether to cling to the past that destroyed him or embrace the love that might finally heal his soul. Number 10. Aşk ve Gözyaşı, Queen of Tears. The story follows Mahira and Selim, a couple whose marriage stands on the edge of collapse. Once deeply in love, they now live like strangers under the same roof, together, yet miles apart. Their once magical, fairy tale romance has withered into silence and distance. Just as they prepare to part ways, fate delivers unexpected news that changes everything. This shocking twist forces them to confront the love, pain, and memories they've long buried. Life gives them one final chance to either fix what's broken or finally let go. Through tears, arguments, and tender moments, Mahira and Selim rediscover pieces of the bond they thought was lost. Each day becomes a test of forgiveness, patience, and rediscovery. Their journey is emotional, raw, and filled with the ache of what could have been. As love is reborn from heartbreak, both realize that endings can also be beginnings. Blending romance and deep human drama, the series paints a moving portrait of fragile hearts, an adaptation of South Korea's hit Queen of Tears. It brings the same emotional intensity to Turkish screens. At its core, it's a story about finding love again, when love seemed long. Number 11. Valiant Crown Prince. The story of Valiant begins at the Esenler bus terminal, where power and family secrets rule everything. Zulfikar Karsli, who was once the most feared man there, now has health problems that have left him weak and vulnerable. Everyone waits for his son Zafer, who is said to be returning from abroad, to take control of the empire. But fate has a different plan. Far from this world of power, Timur is just a poor mobile mechanic struggling every day to pay off his father's debts. One unexpected encounter pulls him into the dark and dangerous world of the Karsli family. Suddenly, Timur finds himself in the role of Zafer Karsel, the heir everyone has been waiting for. From that moment, nothing remains the same. The Karsel children, Kudret, Derya, Janet, and even Zafer's wife Rayhan, all see their lives turn upside down. Old rivalries rise again, love mixes with revenge, and hidden truths begin to surface. Timur, who only wanted a simple life, now carries the weight of a family empire on his shoulders. Every step he takes draws him deeper into secrets he never imagined. Every decision threatens to destroy him or give him power he never dreamed of. And in the middle of all this chaos, a dangerous yet passionate love story begins to unfold. What makes this series even more exciting is its powerful cast. Leading the show is Akin Akinozu, whose massive international fan base alone can turn Valiant into a global sensation. And I truly believe the series could be the next biggest hit of the year. Number 12. Cuma. Cuma follows Jalen, a kind and dutiful daughter who is forced to flee when her father, desperate to pay his debts, tries to sell her as a Cuma or second wife. On the road, she meets Karen, a wealthy young businessman who takes her under his protection, and their whirlwind romance leads to marriage. But Jalen's happiness is shattered when she is framed for the murder of Karen's brother, and a heartbroken Karen, convinced of her guilt, marries his late brother's widow instead. He then humiliates Jalen by forcing her to become his Cuma, a second wife tasked with bearing his children. Trapped in a hostile household, Jalen must summon her courage to uncover the truth, prove her innocence, and fight to reclaim both her freedom and the love she once shared with Karen. Number 13. Ashref Ria. Ashref, an orphan young man, is raised amid the ruthless corridors of the criminal underworld. Despite his meteoric rise to power, he is haunted by the lingering memory of a lost love named Ria. Over time, he transforms his grim surroundings into a formidable empire by forging a makeshift family out of hardened criminals. His icy exterior conceals a deep, unfulfilled yearning for inner peace and redemption. When Nissan, a gifted and sincere young musician, unexpectedly enters his life, his guarded heart begins to soften. Nissan's passion and gentle nature awaken feelings within him that he had long thought extinguished. As their bond deepens, Ria finds himself forced to confront the contradictions of his violent existence. The resurgence of Ria's memory complicates his emotions, stirring both regret and longing. Torn between his duty to a perilous criminal empire and the possibility of a transformative new beginning, he faces an impossible choice. Rival factions and treacherous allies intensify the challenges, testing his leadership and inner resolve. Amid escalating conflicts, Ashref is compelled to protect those he holds dear while wrestling with his dark past. His journey evolves into a battle for redemption where honor and betrayal continuously clash. In the crucible of his strife, he discovers that true strength can emerge from embracing the turbulent interplay of love, power, and destiny forces him to redefine who he truly is. Ultimately, Ashref Ria unfolds as a riveting saga of transformation, where even a life steeped in darkness can be illuminated by the power of love. Number 14. Halif, Cochlearin Chagrisi Successor. The Call of the Roots. The story follows Serhat, a brilliant surgeon who has built a new life for himself in Istanbul, far away from the fate his homeland once dictated for him. There, he falls deeply in love with Melik, and the two secretly marry without his family's knowledge. For a while, Serhat believes he has escaped tradition and blood feuds, but destiny soon calls him back to Urfa. Upon his return, he finds himself trapped between two powerful families locked in a bitter vendetta. To preserve peace, he is forced into an unwanted marriage with Ilds through an imam nikah, despite already being bound to Melik. Overnight, Serhat transforms from a respected doctor into a powerful aga, carrying the burden of family honor and tradition. His double life soon begins to collapse when Melik arrives at the mansion, determined to be with the man she loves. Her presence disrupts the fragile balance, igniting jealousy, suspicion, and hidden conflicts within the household. Serhat is now torn between loyalty to his family, his duties as an aga, and the love he swore to protect. As tensions rise, the mansion becomes a battlefield of emotions where no one is truly innocent. Every family member hides secrets, past sins, and painful truths buried deep within. Serhat's struggle is no longer just about power or tradition. It becomes a fight for love, survival, and the courage to face his destiny. And in this storm of loyalty, revenge, and betrayal, his heart will be tested more than ever before. Number 15. Sistali Jalen tells the powerful story of a woman fighting to reclaim her life in a world ruled by men. Jalen, full of dreams and youth, is trapped in a loveless marriage to Nekmi, an unemployed and abusive man she was forced to marry. For the sake of her young son, Yusuf, she endures the pain in silence. But Jalen has a secret. She's secretly studying at a health vocational school, planning to escape after graduation. Her only ally is Nejmi's aging father, Vesi, who quietly supports her dreams. One day, Ferhat enters her life, drawn to her strength and beauty. Just as hope begins to flicker, disaster strikes. Little Yusuf is taken by an organ trafficking mafia due to Nekmi's dark dealings. Jalen's world shatters, but instead of breaking, she transforms. She is no longer just a mother. She becomes a fierce warrior fueled by love and revenge. With Ferhat by her side, she dives into the shadows, determined to rescue her son. Every step challenges her courage. Every choice pushes her limits. Jalen's journey becomes not just about survival, but reclaiming her identity and power. In the face of danger, betrayal, and blood, she rises, unstoppable and unforgettable. That's a wrap on our countdown of the top 15 new series of 2025. Which one are you adding to your watch list? Comment below your favorite series, and let us know if we missed any must-watch shows. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest recommendations.